Joining me now, France 24's expert on jihadi movements, Wassim Nasr. Wassim, tell us more then about what happened in this area, which is a strategic area.
Yes, it's a very strategic area, and as you said, this town has been taken multiple times by the jihadis, either Boko Haram or the Islamic State. But what's important with what we saw is that you see them very well equipped. You see that they are wandering in the town, not being annoyed by security forces, knowing that if you listen and if you read what the Nigerian state is saying, they say that everything is under control. And when we look at the location of this town geographically, we see that it's on Lake Chad, of course, but it's on a region which is between Niger, Chad, and we'll see it now, and Cameroon. So it's a very strategic location. And so just for the Islamic State to be able to act this way in this region after at less than 1 week of the attack of the Battalion 157 in the town of Metele, where there was tens of casualties, unrecognized by the government until a few days ago, you see that the Islamic State in this region is growing stronger and stronger by the day.
So the Islamic State and Boko Haram operate in this area. How does that work then?
Yes, today both of them are operating in this area, and if we make a little bit of history, we know that Boko Haram, or Chikawo, the head of Boko Haram, wanted to vow allegiance to the Islamic State in late 2014, beginning of 2015, and I was in contact with a scholar, a Jihadi scholar, who was arranging things between the two groups. So there was like a chart that Boko Haram needed to apply in order for Baghdad to accept them. Among those demands by the Islamic State Central was that the media effort should pass through official Islamic State media outlets, and the change on the ground, like no more kidnapping, like the Shibok, no more women going and doing kamikaze attacks, which was applied by Boko Haram, up to the point that in August 2016, the same scholar that I was in contact with sent me 3 audios about like 9 minutes in Hausa, where we hear Chikawo criticizing the Islamic State. And because a few days before that, he was put out of office, and his spokesperson took over the group in this region because he was accused, Chikawo, by the Islamic State of being too extremist regarding common Muslims, because he said, for example, like Muslims living in Maiduguri, which is a big town, Muslim town, were like infidels. This wasn't accepted by the Islamic State, because Chikawo says that from the moment that a Muslim accepts the rule of a ruler which isn't jihadi, he's considered as an infidel. So that was one important point at the time. And today we know that the Islamic State is operating in this region that we saw next to the Lake Chad, while Boko Haram is operating more around the forest of Sambisa, which is more south. And we know that Islamic State is working on gaining hearts and minds in this region, which is very, very important, in opposition of harsh treatment by the army and the personality of Chikawo, which is very dividing regarding the local population. So two are going hand in hand today. We count, like if we look at the estimates by the United States, the CTC West Point, we're talking about 3,500 fighters for the Islamic State and about 1,000 fighters for Chikawo, who has revived his own group.
All right, thank you very much indeed,
Thank you.
Wassim.